It is the night of St. Patrick's Day of 2015. Thousands of college students all across America will be partying. Frat houses will turn into raves, students will turn into party seekers, and booze and drugs will create an everlasting night. The party will continue till the sun rises, and then life gets back to normal. Unfortunately, though, for Charles Tereni Jr., that was his last night on this planet. At 18 years old, the young scholar died from alcohol poisoning. In 2017, Timothy Piazza, a 19-year-old student at Penn State, as well died from toxic levels of alcohol mixtures in his system. These two boys are only a few of the 4,300 deaths annually among the underage youth due to alcohol found by the CDC report. The minimum legal drinking age, or MLDA, in the United States is 21. However, I truly believe that this age should be lowered to 19 in order to spread awareness about safely drinking on campus, decrease binge drinking amongst college students, and create a sense of control. One of the biggest arguments I have with this topic is that although age is a factor, there are many other contributing factors that relate to these drinking situations. According to the commentary by Henry Welcher and Tobin Nelson, even though MLDA has helped decline heavy drinking among older adolescents and young adults, there has been no decline amongst college students. I would like to show my visual aids that depict what I mean. Here is from the CDC report about college age drinking and how they're increasing the deaths about alcohol poisoning. Feel free to look at it and I'll continue with my speech. Take, for example, the two men I mentioned previously. They were college students who died as a result of binge drinking, specifically hazing. Statistically speaking, 2 out of 5 students nationally engaged in binge drinking on at least one occasion in the past 2 weeks. Another factor that contributes is the environment, specifically the college environment. According to the Amethyst Initiative, the problem is that underage drinking is now forced off campus, leading to a culture of dangerous and secretive binge drinking. According to procon.org, prohibiting 18 to 20-year-olds from drinking in supervised bars causes them to drink in unsupervised areas, such as frat houses or private houses. College environments that have also policy regarding accessibility to alcohol have access to low-cost alcohol, which increases heavy drinking. The Safe and Drug-Free Schools and Committees Act requires college admin to enforce the minimum drinking age of 21. However, that only accounts for half of college student population. College is seen as a place for loose and partying and having fun, so drinking is an inevitable thing that cannot be taken out. However, we can approach it in different ways. According to the Time article, a study in 1996 done by Hobart and William Smith at colleges in NY asked students how many students they thought drank a week. How many drinks? Their response was actually an overestimate. 5 times a week is what they said. In reality, the majority of students only drank twice or less a week. This mentality is an issue, and there needs to be a better way to address it across college nationally. Of course, with every argument I have stated, there are those who still support the 21 age as the legal drinking age. According to procon.org again, alcohol consumption can interfere with the development of the young brain's frontal lobe. This is true. John McArdle, a spokesman for the Amethyst Initiative, agrees that having the drinking age at 21 has reduced the negative effects of alcohol in the developing brain. However, the brain fully develops at 25. So shouldn't we increase it to 25? No, age is not the issue. The issue is the amount of binge drinking occurring and how we have to deal with that amongst college students. Those who support the minimal age of 21 also argue it reduces traffic accidents and fatalities. This again is true. Thanks to the leaders of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, or Karens, the bill was passed in favor of drunken driving. This has resulted in saving over 800 lives annually amongst 18 to 20-year-olds in America. However, you must remember that the federal government does not set the drinking age. It's the states. When President Ronald Reagan signed that law in 1984, states that didn't comply would lose 10% of their federal highway funding until they complied with it, which in a way is kind of forcing these states to comply. One study compared those that complied earlier and those who did later with the threat showed there was no significant reduction in traffic fatalities. Makes you think. Moreover, the Amethyst Initiative claims that traffic fatalities and other related issues actually could not be the result of just passing this law. It could be due to maybe the improvement of motor vehicles. It's been 30 years. In order for underage college students to be safe while participating in social events, the minimum legal drinking age should be 19. Dropping it to that would accommodate all of college whole social student population. According to educationdata.org, 74.5% of all 18 and 19-year-olds are enrolled in a school, whereas only 40.6% of 20 to 24-year-olds are enrolled. Although 18-year-olds are still considered high schoolers, could be potentially, at 19, a person is almost guaranteed to be a college student. At 19, you've already been a year as an adult. You've already familiarized yourself with the responsibilities needed. You're not transitioning into adulthood, you are an adult. It's time to be responsible for your actions. With the whole college population having the option to take part in drinking, there would be a need to increase campus security. According to an article written by Mary Carey Cates, she spoke about her life as an undergrad when the legal drinking age was 19 and said how there were always university police patrolling every single frat party, making sure everything was under control. There's also evidence already stating that campuses that have higher security are more likely to have students that perceive these strong enforcement efforts, therefore less likely to binge drink, which is a plus for underage students. Along with the increased enforcement, colleges would have the opportunity to openly discuss the safe drinking because the whole population would be incorporated. The National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism College Drinking Task Force listed many recommendations that speak about enforcing laws about preventing alcohol-impaired driving and responsible beverage services policies on and off campus. In addition, relating back to the study done by Hobart and William Smith with the students asking how many of them drink a week, they publicized these facts and found that the university actually decreased by 21% of high-risk drinking from knowing how much the students drink. The use of this program creates such a social norm approach. Therefore, 44% have reduced in Northern Illinois University, 20% at Washington University, and 18% at University of Missouri Columbia. Clearly, something's working. As for off-campus dilemmas, they can be resolved with the legal age being 19. Private houses parties won't exist anymore because everything will be public. Moreover, studies have shown that even licensed establishments have sold to successfully underage and obviously intoxicated patrons. This could potentially be solved with stricter enforcement and the legal age being 19. I understand that many of you might be thinking this is a ridiculous topic, and I know statistically, majority of Americans, 86%, believe that the legal drinking age of 21 is set. However, I hope you see that it hasn't benefited the youth at all, considering they make up half of the college population. It is a costly change, and I do believe it is necessary. In the year 2000, it is estimated by Middlebury College in Vermont that states who decrease the age will lose $12.5 million from their federal highway funding. It's a risk that I think should be necessary. For Charles and for Timothy, and for all the other students who died as a result of binge drinking or alcohol poisoning, I think it's very important to speak up about this and start to make changes. Thank you.